It's Christmas and we've come to Rockingham Forest Park to spend a few days here, take it easy, chill out. Now we're in the middle of Northamptonshire, about 150-mile drive for us from Manchester, and this park was only built this year, May 2021. So we're really interested to see what the lodges are like, and we're going to show you what there is to do around the ground. Okay, so this is the reception where you drive in and you come and check in at the start. Check-in is between 4 and 6 and check-out is at 10 o'clock. Now we got here about 3:30 yesterday and our lodges were ready. So there's every chance that you can get in early if you arrive early. Pick up your keys and then you drive. The lodges are actually a mile drive from here down the drive, so they're way off in the field over there, nice and quiet. And you know, it's just a really nice place. You get a really good feel for it if you come here. And just along from the reception here, there's a little wooden shed that's the general store. And actually when you go in, you'd be surprised at how much they got in there. We've got some fresh coffees from there this morning. But they also do bits and pieces like Coke and beer and cider. There's a couple of fresh cakes, there's bread, cranberry sauce if you wanted something with your Christmas dinner, a bit of mustard. So, you know, all the little things that you might find in a little shop, but it's surprising how much they fit in there. So you can see where the lodges are behind me. We just walked from the lodges down a little gravel path and now we're just about to enter the woodland area. Done a really nice job here because underneath it's quite wet and you'd think there's a lot of muddy ground, but the path here, there's a lot of bark and chippings on it, so although it feels a bit mushy, you're not going to get too muddy. It does get a bit muddy a bit further down, but there's certainly a long way you can walk on this surface into the woods. And they've put quite a few rocks like this where if it was a bit warmer you might want to sit down, have a picnic or a stop. And the woodland's really nice, so just go and look at it. Just walked down the disused railway line and we've come up onto the public bridleway now. It's a bit muddy. I think it'd probably be better in the summer for walking conditions, but because we're here in the winter, autumn, beautiful autumn leaves everywhere, a bit misty, really atmospheric, and I'm really enjoying the walk. Now you may not think so, given that we're in the middle of a holiday forest park with lodges, but this ground here is quite significant in terms of music history, because the Kingscliff airfield during the Second World War was home to the Royal Air Force and US Air Force, and this was the main hangar of the airfield, and you can still see the foundations here. Now the hangar was the last public performance by Glenn Miller and his orchestra. And of course, as many music fans know, Glenn Miller was big in the 30s and 40s, but he disappeared on a cross-channel flight in December 1944. But here in October 1944 was his last public performance, and they commemorated it with a memorial here. And the Rockingham Forest Park is built around this memorial. a nice gravel path that runs all the way through the middle of the park, because this section is actually a public footpath. It makes a satisfying crunch under your feet. So at Rockingham Forest Park there are about 50 lodges and they're all individually named. Obviously they've all got a number as usual. Ours is number 3, Buckthorn. So we're going to look inside the lodge, take you around it and see what luxuries await. The lodges are nice and spacious. Nice hallway here where you can put your muddy shoes, hang your coats up. We have chosen a 3-bedroom lodge, even there's only 4 of us, but we wanted that bit extra space and it's definitely paid off because the girls have got a bedroom each. We've got the master bedroom which has got an ensuite. And the other thing I wanted to talk about was the heating, because some of our family do not like being cold, and I have to say we've been really happy with the heating system in this lodge. You've got electronic control there. It does take a couple of hours to warm up when you first come in, when you check in, but we've never been cold since, and the heating system's really good. You can set it just like you can your heating system at home, so you're not going to be cold in the winter when you come here. One thing that's worth mentioning is you can't get a very good phone signal here at Rockingham Park, but you can use Wi-Fi calling. Now, the Wi-Fi in the lodges is super, really fast, and a really nice feature is you've got streaming built into the TV. So, we'll watch TV, and now the instructions say HDMI 1, and it wasn't working for us, but here it's HDMI 3. If you go on the right connection, all the instructions are on the screen, you can connect easy, and we've streamed and Disney Plus, Netflix, Now TV, whatever. We've streamed a lot of them while we've been here, and the TV is fantastic. Now you may have noticed while we've been doing the tour, there's plenty of decorations around the place. Now most of those are ours, to be fair, but the Christmas tree is provided in the lodge when you get here, which is a really nice touch. Wanted to show a little bit of the kitchen because we're here over Christmas, so we've cooked a full Christmas dinner and a few more meals as well. Got a really nice island here with a gas hob. But if you just look at this, if you're worried about, oh, have I got enough utensils? I mean, look at the range of utensils you get. Plenty of different pots, colanders, whatever you're going to cook, there's plenty of things. And over here, obviously, you've got a microwave, oven, more pots and pans, cupboard full of loads of glasses and cups, and a huge fridge and freezer, and that's the dishwasher rumbling away. So, we're staying here 4 nights. You could easily spend a week here and do all your cooking, and it's basically as good, if not better, than living at home in terms of facilities. come in the middle of the winter, and I'll be honest, we haven't used the outside dining area. But I can imagine this porch would be very nice if you come in the spring or summer, sitting out having a glass of wine, watching the sun go down. But I have to say that I think we've got one of the best lodges on the site, because we're right up alongside the trees here, and it's a lovely view to wake up to in the morning. We've seen squirrels, pheasants, we even saw a deer. Admittedly, just on the first night there was a deer here. I haven't seen it since, but I do like views like this. So what are my overall thoughts on the lodge? Well, to be honest, it's as good as any lodge I've stayed at in the UK. It's a really top quality. The heating system's great. There's plenty of cooking facilities, lots of nice comfy chairs. The beds are really comfortable. The view from the lodge is wonderful as far as I'm concerned. I love looking out at trees, and I could just sit here. You know, it's in the middle of the winter, but it's just great sitting here looking out at the trees. And as you've seen, we've been on some woodland walks as well. So whilst it's not somewhere like Centre Park where you've got loads of activities, but if you want to come somewhere to get away and be somewhere nice and peaceful and quiet with a few woodland walks, then I would say this is the place to come. We've really enjoyed it, and we'll definitely be back.